Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about the classification of plain on the basis of altitudinal variation. As you know, in the previous classes we have discussed about the classification of northern plain on the basis of river valleys or according to the river valleys. When I define you northern plain, I told you that plain means it's a comparatively flat land. That means plain not at all completely flat land. There are a lot of altitudinal variation in the plain. So according to this altitudinal variation, the plain is divided into four types. What are they? The first one is the what? First one is the bhavar. Next tarai, next bhangar, then khadar. These are the four types of northern plain according to the what? Altitudinal variation. So let's discuss one by one. First let's discuss about bhavar. So Bhabar is a region which is lies just below the foot of Himalaya or just below the Shivalik range. The Bhabar region is about 8 to 16 km in width. This region, whatever the pebbles, gravels, alluvium were carried by the rivers from the Shivalik region, they get deposited in the Bhabar region, and this region having lots of pebbles and gravels. This region mostly found at the foot of Shivalik. Next student, we are going to discuss about Tarai. And another point about the Bhabar is most of the streams which are coming from the Shivalik or up of the Shivalik, they get disappear in the Bhabar region. Next we are going to discuss about Tarai. Tarai region is the region which is altitudinally low in compared to Bhabar. Means the Bhabar is higher in altitude in compared to Tarai. So Tarai region is lies south to Bhabar, and Tarai region is a region where as you know that most of the river are disappear in the Bhabar region, so this stream water gets soaked by the Tarai region. So Tarai region is a region which having lot of swamps, or you will get marshy land over here. Tarai region famous for its wide variety of wildlife and natural vegetation, which was densely forested, but now due to what? Now artificial forestry, due to agricultural activities, and due to what? Settlement of the refugees which are coming from the Pakistan or migrants of Pakistan, these region forests were being cleared. Yet many forested regions are found over this region. One of the most important national park is located over here, which is the Dudhwa National Park. Next is the what? Bhangar. Bhangar is a region which is mostly formed due to the older alluvium. Again I am telling, this region is a region which is formed due to the what? Older alluvium. This region cover a large part of India, and this region is having terrace like structure due to the continuous deposition of alluvium. This region you will get many what? Calciferal deposits which are also known as kankar. Means in Bhangar region you will get some calciferal deposits which are known as kankar. So this is all about the Bhangar. Let's discuss about the Khadar. Khadar region is the region which is located just south to the Bhangar. Khadar region mostly found in the region where there is a flood plain, or this region is mostly composed of newly alluvium or newly formed alluvium, and when there is flood, the clay or the alluvium which are carried by the river are deposited in the Khadar region, and this region is highly fertile and good for agricultural activities. So student, these are the classification of northern plain on the basis of altitudinal variation. As we know that northern plain is one of the significant physical feature of India, and this physical feature has a lot of importance to our economical, social and many other aspects of our life. Let's discuss about what are the importance of northern plain. As we know that plain region always provide a flat or comparatively flat land, which is good for transportation and communication or for construction of infrastructure. The next important point about the northern plain is that northern plain is composed of mostly alluvial soil. In India, the northern plain is mostly composed of alluvial soil, and as alluvial soil is the ideal soil for growing different type of crop, that's why this is used for doing different kind of agricultural activity. Not only that, the northern plain region of our India is drained through many perennial rivers or many important river. This important river also helpful for doing fishery. Also, plain provides settlement. In plain region, we can do industrial activities in a better way. Plain is also a good place for different type of institutional setup. So we can say that these are some importance of northern plain. So student, next we are going to discuss about the Deccan Plateau or Peninsula Plateau of our India. So student, now we will discuss about Peninsula Plateau. Before discussing about the Peninsula Plateau, I would like to say that what is a plateau? Plateau is a large area with high altitude and having a flat top. A large area having high altitude with a flat top or comparatively flat top is known as a plateau. So let's discuss about Peninsula Plateau of India. Peninsula Plateau of India, it means a large part of India which is located in the Peninsula India. Do you know which one is the Peninsula India? See, this one is the Peninsula India. The triangular part of India which lies south to India is mostly known as Peninsula India. This Peninsula India is composed of old crystalline igneous rock and metamorphic rock, and this Peninsula Plateau region is formed due to the drifting of the Gondwana. Can you remember Gondwana? I have already taught you in the previous class about the Gondwana land. From the Gondwana land, how different continents get bifurcated, and as you know that our India also get bifurcated from the Gondwana land. So it is the part of Gondwana land, and it is formed due to the drifting of Gondwana land or due to the movement of convergent movement of Gondwana land. So we can say that Peninsula Plateau is one of the oldest landmass in India because it is a part of Gondwana. So normally the Peninsula Plateau have two parts, the Central Highland and the Deccan Plateau. Today we are going to discuss about Central Highland, its location, Deccan Plateau, its location, and the difference between the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. So these things we are going to discuss today. Student, here are some pictures of Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat. Okay, so let's discuss about the location of Central Highland, Deccan Plateau, and the difference between the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. So let's start. Next we are going to discuss about location of Central Highland. So student, as I have told you, the Peninsula Plateau has two parts, the Central Highland and the Deccan Plateau. Mostly the part of Peninsula Plateau which lies north of Narmada river. So student, you can see this is Narmada river, this. Okay, so the part of Peninsula Plateau which lies north of Narmada river is known as Central Highland, and the part of Peninsula Plateau which lies south to Narmada river is known as Deccan Plateau. So Narmada river play a very important role in the classification of Peninsula Plateau. The north is the Central Highland and the south part, just locate the south of Narmada, is Deccan Plateau. So student, we are going to discuss about the location of Central Highland. Central Highland is located north of Narmada river or north of Vindhya range. You can see this is the Central Highland and here is the Vindhya range which is located south of Central Highland. Okay, so what is located in the south of Central Highland? That is the Vindhya range. Next, in the northwestern direction of the Central Highland or the northern western extension of Central Highland is the Aravalli Hill. Here you can see Aravalli Hill. Okay, so Aravalli Hill is the northern western extension of Central Highland, and the further extension of Central Highland beyond the Aravalli is merged in the Indian desert. Okay, so the northern western extension is the Aravalli, the further extension of the Central Highland beyond the Aravalli is the Indian desert. The eastern extension, the northern eastern extension of Central Highland is Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand, and here you can see the Chota Nagpur Plateau. So which are the eastern and northern eastern extension of Central Highland? Bundelkhand, Baghelkhand and Chota Nagpur Plateau. As we know that Chota Nagpur Plateau is a very important plateau in terms of mineral deposits, which we are going to discuss in the forthcoming classes. So student, in the north of the Central Highland we have the northern plain. So this is all about the location, and the central part of Central Highland is known as the Malwa Plateau. The central part of Central Highland is known as Malwa Plateau. So let's just discuss it again. In the south there is Narmada river and Vindhya. In the northern western extension we have Aravalli. The further extension is merged in the Indian desert. Okay, the eastern extension is the Bundelkhand, Baghelkhand and the Chota Nagpur Plateau, and the north extension we have the northern plain, and the central part of Central Highland is the Malwa Plateau. Let's discuss about some other features about Central Highland. Central Highland is wider in the western part, narrow in the eastern part, and the slope of Central Highland is higher in the southwest and lower in the northeast. That's why most of the river like Chambal, Betua, okay, these rivers are mostly flow from the southwest part of Central Highland towards the northeast. So because of the slope which is lies between the southwest of Central Highland towards the northeast. Another thing about interesting fact about many rivers flow through the Central Highland. Okay, as I have told you, Chambal, Betua, okay, these are the some rivers which flow through the Central Highland. So student, this is all about the Central Highland. Next we are going to discuss about the Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau, mostly the part of Peninsula Plateau which locates south to river Narmada. South to river Narmada is known as what? Deccan Plateau. Student, we are going to discuss about Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau is located south to river Narmada. So first let's discuss about Deccan Plateau. In the north of Deccan Plateau, we have Satpura range. Here you can see this is the Satpura. Okay, this is Satpura range in the north. Okay, in the east we have Eastern Ghat. In the west we have Western Ghat. In the eastern extension we can see what? Some hills like Mahadev Hills, Kaimur Hill. Okay, these are the some what? Hills which are found in the eastern extension of it. While we are discussing about Deccan Plateau, you can see Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass. Here you can see I have lined this area. This is a triangular landmass. Okay, so in the north we have Satpura range. In the west we have Western Ghat, in the east we have Eastern Ghat, and in the eastern extension we have some hills also, okay, like Kaimur Hills and Mahadev Hills. Some part of the Deccan Plateau get separated and found in the northern eastern region. Okay, they are found in the northern eastern region. These hills are, for example, Karbi Anglong. Okay, Karbi Anglong hill is found in this region, and this part of Deccan Plateau, is gets separated by the fault formed by the Chotanagpur Plateau. So Chotanagpur Plateau separate the part of Deccan Plateau from here to here by forming a fault between them. So some part of Deccan Plateau also found in the which region? In the northern eastern region, and this region is also known as what? Now the Chachar Hills and the Karbi Anglong Hills. Okay, these are found, and these faults are found by three major hills. These are Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. Okay, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia, these are the three major hills which form the fault and separate the Deccan Plateau from this part of Deccan Plateau in the Chotanagpur Plateau. Okay, so this is all about the Deccan Plateau. Next we are going to discuss about the difference between the Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat. Okay. So student, now we are going to discuss about Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. So Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat located in the eastern and western edge of Deccan Plateau. Okay, so first discuss about Western Ghat, then we will go to Eastern Ghat. Western Ghat lies parallel to the Western Coastal Plain. Okay, Western Coastal Plain and Western Ghat, they both are parallel to each other and they moving parallel with each other. Next thing about that, now the Western Ghat lies in between Western Coastal Plain, okay, Western Coastal Plain and the Deccan Plateau. Now the Western Ghat, the height of the Western Ghat is increasing from north to south. That means in north the height of the Western Ghat is comparatively less, whereas in the south the height of the hills of the Western Ghat is higher. Western Ghat is a continuous chain of hill. It only cut through the passes. No single river cut the Western Ghat. Okay. Next thing about the average height of the Western Ghat. The average height of the Western Ghat is 900 meter to 1600 meter above the sea level. Again I am telling, the average height of the Western Ghat is 900 meter to 1600 meter above the sea level, which is higher in compared to the Eastern Ghat. Okay. Next thing about the Western Ghat is what, there are some very important peaks in Western Ghat. One of the highest peak in the Western Ghat is the Anaimudi. Anaimudi height is about 2695 meter above the sea level. Another is Doda Beta. Doda Beta height is 2637 meter above the sea level. Except this, the Western Ghat is also known for some hill stations. Okay, Udaga Mandalam or Uti, and another is the what, Kodaikanal. These are the some important hill station in the Western Ghat. Western Ghat also, due to the Western Ghat, the orographic rainfall occurs. Okay, orographic rainfall occurs. So what is orographic rainfall? Student, here you can see, orographic rainfall means when the rain bearing wind strike the hill slope, due to that when it goes up or the rain bearing wind goes up, it get condensed and what, it give heavy rainfall. The side where the rainfall occurs is called rainward side, and the side where rainfall do not occur or occur in very less amount is called rain shadow area. So here you can see rain shadow area and rainier side. Okay. So in case of Western Ghat, when the southwest monsoon coming from the south of India, it directly strike, some branches of it strike the Western Ghat, and when it strike the Western Ghat, the slope of the Western Ghat allows it to goes up, and when it goes up, due to decrease in temperature, the moisture laden wind of southwest monsoon get condensed and give heavy rainfall to the western part of Western Ghat, which is come under the rainward side of the Western Ghat, whereas the eastern part of the Western Ghat receiving very less amount of rainfall, and this is come under the rain shadow region. So student, this is orographic rain, and this orographic rain is occur in Western Ghat because it is a continuous chain. Okay, because it is a continuous chain and higher in altitude, that's why it occurs. But in case of Eastern Ghat, it do not occur. Why? Because Eastern Ghat get fragmented due to many rivers. So next we are going to discuss about Eastern Ghat. Student, Eastern Ghat is located in between. Okay, Eastern Ghat is located in between what? Now the Deccan Plateau and the eastern coastal plain. Okay, so eastern ghat is stretched from Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiri Valley. Mahanadi Valley in the north to Nilgiri Valley in the south. Okay, total extension of the eastern ghat. Then next is the average height of eastern ghat is 600 meter. So which is comparatively low to western ghat. As you know that western ghat average height is 900 meter to 1600 meter, whereas in eastern ghat the average height is 600 meter. Okay, then another thing is that now eastern ghat is discontinued in manner or dissected by many rivers, means the hill range which are found in the eastern ghat, they are not continuous, they are dissected by the rivers or river valleys. Okay, why? Now the question is that why most of the river are flow through the eastern ghat, why not the western ghat? First of all, because the height of western ghat is higher in compared to eastern ghat. That's why most of the rivers which are originated in the western ghat, they are flow towards the eastern ghat. Why? Because as you know that water always flow from higher altitude to lower. So most of the river flow from the western ghat towards the eastern ghat, and these rivers cut the eastern ghat into small hills. Okay, another thing, some of the important peaks of the eastern ghat, the highest peak in the eastern ghat is Mahendragiri, which is 1501 meter above the sea level. Except that we have the Javadi, we have the many other hills in the eastern ghat. Nilgiri hill is located the adjoining area of eastern ghat and western ghat, where the eastern ghat and western ghat meet, that area you will get the Nilgiri hills in Tamil Nadu. So these are the some facts about the eastern ghat. Next we are going to discuss about the Deccan trap. So what is Deccan trap? Deccan trap is mostly located in the western part or northern western part of the Peninsula Plateau. This region is mostly rich in black soil. Okay, this is mostly found in the northern western part of the Peninsula Plateau, and mostly it rich in black soil. So this region is called Deccan trap. So student, these all about the Central Highland. We have discussed about Central Highland, we have discussed about what Deccan Plateau, we have discussed about western ghat, eastern ghat, their differences, and we have also discussed about the Deccan trap. Now let's discuss about the importance of what? Now Peninsula Plateau. As you know that Peninsula Plateau is one of the most oldest landmass in India. So what are the benefits we are getting from it? What are the importance of Peninsula Plateau? First and most important part of the Peninsula Plateau, that it has black soil, and black soil is good for growing cotton. Not only cotton, it is also very much ideal to grow variety of crops. Next, the Deccan Plateau is a old landmass, and here we can get deposits of various kind of minerals. Okay, mostly in the Deccan Plateau region, we have in the Chotanagpur Plateau region, we have deposits of iron, aluminium, manganese, bauxite, many other minerals are deposited in these regions. Okay, next, Plateau region have many scenic places like the Dhuandhar waterfall, the Uti, the Kodaikanal region, the Nilgiri hills. These regions have some beautiful scenic regions, and these regions, due to its scenic beauty, attract the tourism. Another thing is that due to sufficient deposits of minerals, these regions, okay, mostly having many industries, and these industries also provide wide amount of job opportunities. So student, these are some benefits which we are getting from the Peninsula Plateau. Not only that, Peninsula Plateau are the region from where many seasonal rivers are originated. Some of the seasonal rivers like Chambal, Betua, San, okay, like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Budhabalanga, Brahmani. These are the some rivers which are originated from the Peninsula Plateau region. So student, these are the some benefits we are getting from the Peninsula Plateau region. Next, we are going to discuss about Indian desert. Next, we are going to discuss about the Indian desert. Indian desert is also known as Thar Desert. The Indian desert is located in the northern western part of our country, or the west of Aravalli. You can see here west of Aravalli. Indian desert, it is a desert because now it receives very less amount of rainfall. Rainfall amount about 115 mm or 15 cm. Why this region receiving very less amount of rainfall? Because it is come under the rain shadow region. The rain bearing wind which is coming from the southwest part of our country, that get obstructed by the Aravalli hill, and due to that very less amount of rainfall occur in this region. Not only that, this region having also many other characteristics. Very less vegetation, very less wildlife. Not only that, this region also associated with sand dunes. Okay, and this some part of the Indian desert is also located in the Pakistan. This region also having some crescent shapes dunes. These are called barchans. So here is the barchan, you can see the picture over here. So these are the some characteristics of Indian desert. Another characteristics of the Indian desert is Luni. Luni is the only river which is flow through the Indian desert. Means one of the major river which is flow through the Indian desert, which is the inland river. What is the inland river? Inland river means those rivers which do not able to reach to the sea. They get submerged or vanished before reach to the sea. These are called inland river. So Luni is a inland river which is found in Indian desert region. Except this, Indian desert have some special characteristics, like it have thorny bushes, it has cactus. These are the some plants, and not only that, we have some specific animals also found in the Indian desert. So next we are going to discuss about Indian coastal plain. Next we are going to discuss about coastal plain. Coastal plain is one of the important feature of Indian physical feature. So coastal plain, here you can see this is the coastal plain. Student, coastal plain, we have two major coastal plains, the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. So let's first discuss about the western coastal plain, then we will discuss about the eastern coastal plain. See here, this is the western coastal plain. Western coastal plain is formed due to the depositional action of what? Now the west flowing rivers. Okay, some of the west flowing river, as we know that Sabarmati, Wardha, okay, Narmada, these are the some west flowing river, and these west flowing river are responsible for formation of the western coastal plain. As we know that most of the west flowing rivers are short in length, okay, and due to continuous chain of Western Ghat, very few rivers able to reach to the western coastal region. Due to that, the depositional work is less, and that's why the western coastal plain is narrow or small in compared to the eastern coastal plain. Okay, the western coastal plain has three important parts. From north to south, it divided into three. The north part of western coastal plain up to Mumbai and Goa, this is known as what? Konkan plain. This is known as Konkan plain. Okay. Next is the from Goa to Karnataka. This is known as Kannada plain or Kannada coastal plain. The southernmost is the Malabar coast. Okay, which is the southernmost part of the western coastal plain. Next we are going to discuss about eastern coastal plain. Eastern coastal plain is formed due to the east flowing rivers. East flowing rivers like Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, Brahmani, Vaitarini, all these rivers form the eastern coastal plain due to the depositional work of all these rivers. As we know that the more rivers are flow through the eastern Ghat. That's why it is bigger in compared to western Ghat. Okay, and it is also divided into two parts. The eastern coastal plain is divided into two parts. The north part of to West Bengal is known as Northern Sarkar, and the south part from Odisha coast to Tamil Nadu is known as Coromandel coast. Is it understood? So this is called Coromandel coast. So student, location of eastern coastal plain. Eastern coastal plain is lies in between Eastern Ghat and Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. So it is lies in between Bay of Bengal and Eastern Ghat. Same way, Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, in between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea, the Western Ghat is located. So this is all about the coastal plain. So let's discuss about what are the importance. As you know that coastal plain region is a region which having sufficient amount of water, as well as it has also fertile soil which is good for agriculture, as well as it good for fishing also. So this is all about the coastal plain. Next we will discuss about the Indian island. Then next we are going to discuss about the Indian islands. India having two major islands. One is the Lakshadweep, another is the Andaman Nicobar. Lakshadweep is located in Arabian Sea. Andaman Nicobar is located in the Bay of Bengal and stretches up to Indian Ocean. Lakshadweep is an island which is very near to the Malabar coast. Malabar coast, which is located in Kerala, it is very near to that. Previously, the Lakshadweep is known as Lakadive, Minikoy and Amindavi. It is composed of these three major islands. Okay, up to 1973. But after 1973, these are known as Lakshadweep. Okay, Lakshadweep is mostly formed due to the deposition of corals. Due to the deposition of corals. The total area is about 32 square kilometer. Next thing is that it has a very small island which is called Piti Island, which has a bird sanctuary. Okay, and the Lakshadweep administrative town is the Kavarthi. Kavarthi is the administrative town of Lakshadweep. These are the some important facts about Lakshadweep. Let's discuss about Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar is quite big in compared to the Lakshadweep. It has numerous number of islands. Okay, it stretches a large area. Andaman Nicobar, the north part of these island group is known as Andaman, and the south part of this island group is known as Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar mostly believe that these island groups are the tip of submerged mountains. Tip of the submerged mountains. The southernmost tip in the Andaman Nicobar is the Indira Point. But Indira Point was there up to 2004. But after tsunami in 2004, the Indira Point gets submerged in the Indian Ocean. Lakshadweep is formed due to the volcanic activity inside the ocean, and which form a submerged mountain inside the Indian and Bay of Bengal. Then it formed the Andaman Nicobar Island. Andaman Nicobar Island known for its diverse variety of flora and fauna. It is rich in flora and fauna. Not only that, the southern part of Andaman Nicobar Island is located near to equator. That's why this region also experiencing equatorial climate, and it has the equatorial forest also. The India's only one active volcano is found in the Barren Island, which is located in the Indian island or in the Andaman Nicobar. In Andaman Nicobar, in Barren Island, India has the only one active volcano which is located in the Barren Island. Next is the Andaman Nicobar having wide variety of flora. So this is all about, and the administrative town of Andaman Nicobar is the Port Blair. So this is all about the Andaman Nicobar and the Lakshadweep. Next we are going to discuss about the conclusion part of this chapter. Each and every physical features has a great importance. We discuss about many physical features of India. The physical features like the mountain. Mountain are the source of perennial rivers. It also helps to protect us from the enemies. It has a lot of importance. Not only that, the plain are also help us to grow variety of crops and settlement and for the transportation. The plateaus are help to extract minerals, or it is the storehouse of mineral and having many industrial activities. The coastal areas are good for fishing and agriculture. The islands are good for its scenic beauty and for tourism. So each and every physical feature has some importance. So student, each and every physical feature has a contribution to our development of our country. So student, this chapter over. Thank you.